As William Yeats once said, education is not the filling of the pail, but the lighting of a fire. Junior Workshop is Calhoun's centerpiece for experiential learning. At the core of Calhoun's pedagogical philosophy is the idea that students learn best by doing. And Junior Workshop gives students the unique opportunity to bring new knowledge into the world in this 9-week program. In the traditional educational model, students are expected to absorb knowledge and develop a love of learning in the process. Another way of learning is through the process of creating knowledge, the flip side of absorbing information. The process of actively creating knowledge inspires an interest in self-learning that a person carries with himself or herself long after graduation.
We'll show them lists of projects that kids have done in the past, and we'll ask them to start to think about what might be something that you would want to do. The simplest way to describe it is that there's an initial set of steps that are a bit more brainstorming and a bit more refining, and one of the key elements of that is that we immediately ask kids to start doing some research. And what's so important about that is that because we require that Junior Workshop is actually a project where you have to bring something new into the world, and really from then on, and again, there are a bunch of marker points where we're going to have certain things that will happen between the faculty member and the student, but from there on, we're really just trying to get a student to both start to execute the project and to sort of continually refine and define what it is. And that's actually one of the most important parts of it. And because it's actually quite rare to have an idea that is crystal clear at the very beginning and then never changes. I mean, your execution obviously is the different thing than conceiving of it, but usually the conception changes, and that's actually a great, exciting process.
So what is your junior workshop about?
Well, my junior workshop is the psychology of singers and kind of what singers think about while they're performing in front of large group of people. And I'm focusing on student singers along with professionals.
My junior workshop is a photographic novel that tells the story of an alternate universe.
My junior workshop is writing a novella, which is a short novel.
Can't. Our students are incredibly fortunate to have an opportunity where they can develop a big question and actually take the time and space to answer that question. And so that level of independence, that level of outside of the box thinking, I mean, it's everything that we promise at Calhoun, and it's like really the manifestation of all of those values. Well, I've had students who have used their junior workshop experience as the basis for their college essay, for example, and I think it's really amazing that you have an experience that you've created on your own, and it's an experience, I think, that has some deep impact on students in terms of how they see the world, how they see themselves, and those are the kinds of qualities that we ask students to explore in their college essay. So it's actually an amazing jumping off point for students to be able to express themselves in the process. Our students go off all across the country and interview at colleges. And one of the questions that invariably comes up in interviews is, how are you taking what you learn in the classroom and actually using it? In Junior Workshop, that's the whole point of it. So when a student can confidently speak about an academic experience that they've helped craft themselves, I think it puts our students on a completely different level from some of their peers at schools that don't have the same experience.
Hey, are you ready for Junior Workshop?
As William Yeats once said, education is not the filling of the pail, but the lighting of a fire.